What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Newcastle United career mode. We are here in season 2 and we need to improve this team because we are now in the UEFA Champions League. So this is a team that we've got at the moment. It's pretty strong. We've made some good signs in season 1 and we've got some good players on the bench as well. But we just need to tidy it up a bit, get a few players off the wages and bring in some new blood to this team. We've got a lot of money to spend. So our starting budget, 162 million with 350k in the wage bill. Okay, that's fine. But we've also got a few players that will be leaving the club pretty much straight away. Ryan Fraser and Mark Gillespie. We did agree for those guys to leave the club at the end of season 1, the beginning of season 2. So you'll see now they will be confirmed as leaving the football club, and that will actually boost up our transfer budget. You can see here the board have letting us know they're boosting it up a little bit themselves. We've already had an offer in from Spurs for Adam Armstrong. I'm going to just reject that straight away. 45 million, at least we know he's hot property, but he's absolutely key to us in Newcastle. There we go, Gillespie, gone, Fraser, gone. So, our actual starting budget as of right now, a couple days in, 175 million. And we are going to be selling some more players. So let's do that next. We're going to jump into the squad hub and we're going to list some players for sale. Okay guys, here we are then. The squad hub. It's time to put some players up for sale. Now starting with the goalkeeper position. Strakosha, our number 1, the Albanian beast in goal. Freddie Woodman has returned from his season-long loan. He's got a face scan. He's young, English. He will be staying. Unfortunately, it does spell the end for Carl Darlow here at Newcastle. So he will be added to the transfer list. How much is he worth? Okay, so about 6.5. So 6.5 million we're going to be potentially getting in for him. Lewis and Dummett. I'm quite happy with that. Dummett, a Newcastle fan in real life. Born and bred. He's got to stay at the club. He'll be used in the cup games, and Lewis is one that we're going to be building up for the first team. Now, when it comes to defence, we've got some big decisions to make. Now, the easiest ones are Kelland Watts, added to transfer list. Lejeune, he's worth 10.5 mil, okay, added to transfer list. Other than that, I'm quite happy with where we are. Bastoni, now, I was very close to potentially putting him on the market. And I may end up doing that later on in this episode. Depends what deals we get done. But Gavardiol, Tuanzebe and Lascelles I think will stay at the club. However, Tuanzebe, I am going to change his position. He'll be moved to a right back to be a backup for Lamptey. So that's what I'm going to be doing with him. So we probably will need to sign at least one more centre back for the up and coming season. Let's move into midfield. Midfield, Phillips, he'll be staying, bought him in January. Gravenberch, Sanchez, of course they'll stay. Abraham Berté then, from the Youth Academy, Ivory Coast, 18 years of age, 70 rated. He'll be staying with us and playing in the cup games. Sanagria, up for sale, I'm afraid, not good enough. Longstaff, he'll be staying, but he'll be a bit part player in and around the team for cup games and lower league games. Harley Parr, we know, star man. Now this is an interesting one, Matty Longstaff. I had him in the Forest career mode and he was excellent. I sold him for big money and he ended up getting up to like a 91, 92 rated. So I would like to keep him. However, we've got Harley Parr. We want to get Willock. I know you guys want me to sign Willock. So it's a sticky one. What do we do? Matty Longstaff or Joe Willock? We can't really have all of them free. It's too many. We're going to have to make a decision over that later on. Rodrigo Vilke, I'm afraid, not going to quite cut it up for Sal. So Maximin, obviously, going to be staying at the club. Almiron. That's a difficult one as well. We may have to come back to that with Almiron. I'm not sure if he's going to quite be the man that we need, but for now, we'll stick with him, I think. Dirasoba, we're going to be sticking with him. Brooks didn't quite do what I wanted him to, so he will be added up for sale. Armstrong, João Pedro and Ivan Toney will stay at the football club. Muto will be put up for sale. Okay, that went on a bit longer than I thought. We've got more players than what I thought, so we do need to get some of those guys off the books before we can start to make lots of transfer moves. But you guys left lots and lots of comments. We're going to get to those next. Check out our transfer hub and maybe make our first signing. Okay guys, here we are then. The transfer hub. This is where we have the players we're interested in and that you guys have suggested. So starting right now, you should see your comments in and around this page. Thank you so much for all of your comments. They've been excellent for me and they have added all to the shortlist. We might not go for all of your ideas, we might not go for any of your ideas, but we certainly will make some signings from the total that we've gathered from all of you guys. So starting with Melier, I can see why it was added and why it was honourably suggested, but goalkeepers, standardly, I'm pretty happy with Woodman and Strakosha. Maybe bring another one in from Youth Academy if I feel I need to, but I don't feel that we need to bring in Melier, so I will remove him. That's one off the list. Konsa. Now, in my Aston Villa career mode, I sold him right at the beginning, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why I did that, but I definitely would like to use Ezri Konsa. He might be an upgrade on Lascelles, so that is one to keep your eye on. He will be scouted further. Joe Gomez, I can see again why you've obviously put him in there. What a player. And he has left Liverpool for RB Leipzig. I don't think he will fit in this career mode, and I don't think he's the right choice, but a great suggestion. Again, he will be off the list. Tomori, brilliant shout. Seems that Chelsea are not 100% sure on his talents. AC Milan seem that they want him in real life, but maybe he comes to Newcastle. We'll keep an eye on that one as well. Now, Pervis, oh my god, how am I going to say this, guys? Pervis Estupinan, yeah? No? Something like that. Ecuador International, that's a good shout. Now, we will scout him, because if he turns out to be a cheap option, but a very decent one, maybe we do bring him in, and maybe we do leave Dummett to leave, allow him to leave the club. Maybe we do that. Another one as well. Oh my god, what is it of you guys suggesting players with the worst names? Silas Wamangituka, something like that, from Congo. Okay, decent. He can play across the front line, right, left and striker. We'll definitely scout him. I'm definitely think I'm going to be looking for a new right midfielder, but preferably with a left foot. Now we move on to someone who I'm very interested in, real life and on this career mode. Rafinha from Leeds. What a player he is. He's unreal. Leeds have done a job getting him in real life. What a baller. We already know his overall. We could make a move for him straight away, but we won't. We'll wait and scout the rest up in that position just in case. But he is a massive shout for that position. Dan James as well. That could be a very, very clever move. Man United seem that they're looking for somebody else on that position. Maybe we should move for him. Willock was a favourite of mine and you guys from last season on loan. I want to bring him in full time, but it's going to stunt the growth of Longstaff, so I think it's going to have to be, if he comes in, Longstaff will have to go. If we decide not to move for Willock, Longstaff will stay, but it cannot be both. It would be too much. Now this is an interesting one. Emre Can, formerly of Liverpool, now at Dortmund. Now he does play a deeper role in Dortmund. He plays defensive midfield and they often deploy him at centre-back. That, I think, for me, that gets me excited. Emre Can with the passing ability and the tackling ability he's got in right centre-back next to Gvardiol, maybe that could be the partnership that we've been hoping for. Moving on to another Borussia Dortmund player, Jude Bellingham. What a baller he is in real life and on this. Hopefully, he won't be too expensive. We may make a move for him, but again, he's on the edge of things. Bergwijn, I don't think we'll make a move for him. Really good shout, but I just think he doesn't fit the side. And I think, look at the amount of money they're going to want, so we won't go for Bergwijn. Foden, Phil Foden, what a shout. What a player. My favourite player probably in the Premier League at the moment. Although I support Arsenal, Phil Foden is unreal. But again, I'm not going to take him away from his boyhood club, Man City. It would be too unrealistic for me. He will stay at City. He will not be coming to Newcastle, I'm afraid, as much as I would love him to. Who else we got on here, guys? Saar. I haven't used him yet. And I know all the other big YouTubers are using him on their career modes. I know a lot of you guys are using him. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. And maybe I will. But we'll scout him first. Just to double check. I do love that he's got a face scan. And he must be good. Everybody keeps signing him. Another good shout. Edwards. But if you watch the Nottingham Forest career mode, we bought him on there. He was unreal on that career mode. But I don't want to double up. Don't want to bring him in again. He has been cut from the list as well. Trincao, another fantastic player. I'm digging that. On the right, left-footed, him very similar to Rafinha. Them two are in the same category for me. One or the other, maybe. We'll find out. But another good shout, Adama Traore. But I just think that's just killing it, isn't it? Imagine having, though, St. Maximin and Traore either wing. Unreal. But for this career mode, I just think maybe a bit unrealistic. Maybe a bit too similar. We will move him on off that list as well. And then towards the bottom here, we've got Timothy Weah. Someone I haven't actually thought about, but what an idea that is. From the United States, can play up front. I like that. I like that a lot. So he will be scouted. And another one, I was going to bring him in the Arsenal career mode, but instead I went for Hakimi. Harvey Barnes. He will be scouted up as well. So that is our transfer list, guys. That's who we're scouting. But I definitely want to right now make our first signing. And our first signing will be Emre Can. It just makes sense. Right-footed. Put him at centre-back next to Gvardiol. I think that almost completes our defence. I think that makes it a Champions League worthy back four. Let's do it. Emre Can. Let's bring him to Newcastle. Okay, guys, here we are then. Time to get a deal done for Emre Can. Now, we're going to get a lot of money back with players that we're going to be moving on from the club. So, I probably won't offer a player in this deal, although I will add a sell-on clause because I don't feel like I'm going to sell him on. So, let's butter him up with that, and then we'll offer a straight fee. Now, I'm going to offer them 40 million, just above his valuation. They'll probably come back. They will. No, they're not having Calvin Phillips. Are you sure? And 30 million? Jog on. Absolutely jog on. He is going nowhere. However, David Brooks. Now, they do like British players over there. And they see a lot of potential in them. So I'm going to offer him in. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. And I'm going to offer them a flat 30 million for him. Because that adds up to quite a good deal for Dortmund. See what they think. They don't want Brooks. They want 46.3. Okay, that's fine. I can offer him a deal around that mark. I'll offer £42 million flat for Emre Can. 43.1. I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to say to him 43 million and it's a deal. And Emre Can will be our first signing for Season 2. £43 million, Emre Can. He's on his way to Newcastle. Right then, guys. Now it's time just to get the wage right. He wants 65 grand, which is a bit lower than what he's got. But he does want a sizable signing bonus and a goal bonus. What I'm going to do is I'm going to counter that. I'm going to edit his signing bonus down to 500k. Leave everything else the same. And I'll be happy. And we've done it. Welcome Emre Can to Newcastle. Now I've got to say, formerly of Liverpool, didn't quite work out how he wanted. He's got a point to prove in the Premier League. And he can do that with us. Welcome to the Magpies. He's going to go straight in. Lascelles will be dropped out of the starting 11 then. Chan into centre-back. He'll move to the bench. And we're going to move his permanent position to centre-back. That backline looks stronger already. I'm digging that. I think that could be a top signing. Okay, guys. Now some offers in of our own. So, the first one in for Carl Darlow. He's on the market. They're offering 7.5. That's close to the peak we're going to get for him. What I'll do is I'll delegate that out. And I'll say start the offer at what? 8.5? And then if we can get 8 million for him, I'll let him go. I'll be happy with that. Good valuation for a player we no longer want. We will take that deal. And then Bastoni. Now, I know that he's highly rated. And I know that he can become a beast. I think he can get up to about 86, 87. so it's hard. Do I hang on to him? But I think Gvardiol's going to be our main player at left centre back. So Bastoni is going to have to play a backup role. Is he going to want to do that? We've got Champions League this year, so he's going to get chances. And if he can improve on what he did in Season 1, then maybe he can prove us all wrong. He was a poor signing in the first season, but maybe the second season can see him kick on. So I think even though he's valued massive amounts of money, I'm going to reject it because I see a big future for Bastoni, and he could prove a lot of people wrong. Guys, again, another offer in for Carl Darlow. It's going to keep going like this, I think. Carl Darlow will be hot property. This offer we've just received is in from Mallorca for 5.9, and Brian Olivian, a 27-year-old left back, 72 rated. No, straight up, no, that's not worth it. Lejeune, however, that's a decent offer in. Stuttgart have come in at 10.5. Now, he's 30 years old, 78 rated. If we can squeeze, I'm going to try and squeeze everything I can out of this. Delegate it yet again. We'll say to him to start the offer at, should we say £12 million? I don't want to overcook them so they pull out of the deal. So we'll say 12, and we'll say we'll sell the player at 11? 11? 11.5. 11.5. If we can get 11.5, I think that will represent good money for Newcastle. Hopefully they can just bump up that price a bit, and he will be off as well. So more offers in, and I don't think it's going to stop. We'll be simming the whole of the pre-season tournament, not paying much attention to that. This is all about transfers. We've got a big budget to spend, and it's only getting bigger. Another very interesting offer in, guys. I thought I'd include this one in today's video. Guendouzi, offered by Arsenal, and 9.2 million for Bastoni. That's an amazing offer. He's 22 years of age, 79 rated. He could become an absolute beast. But again, I'm going to stick to my guns. Bastoni is going nowhere unless we get a really good offer. But this doesn't quite do it for me. I'm going to hang back from this one and reject it, and we'll see what else comes our way. But before we do that, I would like to just jump in to our transfer hub. I think it's time that we went back into the market and got our second deal done. Now, I think we need to do it, don't we? We wanted to do it last season. We said how good he was. You know who I'm talking about. He is an Arsenal player. Joe Willock. Let's bring him to Newcastle full time. He was a baller last year. I want to bring him in. I think it's time. Cheeky little meeting with Mikel Arteta. Time to offer him an attractive deal. Hopefully they're willing to let Willock go. I'm just going to have a look around the squad. Do we have anybody that they might be interested in to start with? I'm not sure that we have, to be honest with you. But I will just check. There's not really many people that I want to let go, if I'm honest. However, I know some of you guys are not going to agree with this because we've got the Longstaff brothers here. He's got massive potential, but I've used him at Nottingham Forest. He's really good, but I don't have the capacity to have that many midfielders. I'm going to offer Longstaff. They might even reject it, so if they do, they do. And we're going to offer a fee of £12 million. Let's see what Arsenal say about that. They might not be happy with that. They want Gvardiol and 9.4. No, that's not happening. No. Right, we're just going with money. We're just going with money. So if you did want Longstaff to stay, you may just have got a bit lucky there. We'll offer 19.5 million. That's our first offer in for Joe Willock. 23 and a 10%. Counter that. To be honest, the selling clause doesn't bother me that much, but I'll put it down to 5%, and I'll say £21 million for 21-year-old Joe Willock. Arteta's happy to let him go. We're happy to have him. Willock back for season 2. Let's just get his contract done, and he'll be back in that black and white strip. Okay, guys, we've offered a 4-year deal. He's happy with that. Now it's time just to do his wage. He's on 50 grand a week at Arsenal, so what I'll do is I'll go in just above at 55,000, but I'll give him a nice signing bonus of £500,000. Let's see what he said to that. It's our first offer. He's happy with that. He had a great season here in season 1. He's now here for season 2 and beyond. Welcome back, Joe Willock. Get in. Guys, we're back in here again. Back in with more offers. This time for Almiron. I think in my heart I want him to stay, but if we want to progress this career mode and make Newcastle United a top side, he probably will have to be moved on. However, I refuse to sell him to a Premier League rival. Anybody inside of England will not get their hands on Miggy. He will have to leave the country if we are to sell him. So I will reject that offer from Aston Villa. As well as that, another offer in for Gvardiol. I'm just going to go ahead and block that because he's not for sale. There's no point taking offers in for players we do not want to get rid of. I'm going to keep riding with it. Got an email in from Freddie Woodman saying he thinks he can do a job. I think he can do a job. As a number 2, he may end up being number 1 one day. However, he will be number 2 for now. Strakosha was amazing in Season 1, so he will keep the number 1 shirt. At the moment, we're still in pre-season. Not paying much attention to it, as I've already said. We're all about transfers, and we will be making another transfer move shortly. This is it, guys. This is our transfer shortlist. It has been chopped right down to key players and positions. We need to improve right midfield, and we need a left-footed right midfielder. So Rafinha and Trincao are the final 2. Trincao from Barcelona or Rafinha from Leeds. They're going to want between 53 to 71, and they are going to want between 46 to 66. This is difficult. 2 amazing players. In real life, I probably have seen more and know more about Rafinha. However, I have seen a lot of little clips of Trincao, and he looks like a superstar. This is tough. This is so tough. But just to keep the Premier League competitive, we're going to make a move for Francisco Trincao. That is going to be our first move. Barcelona, as we know, desperate to get in to the European Super League because they are in massive financial trouble. Although they want to be a competitive football club, they will have to, in the coming years, let star players go. I guarantee it, because they are in astronomical debt. Trincao could be one of those that they have to. They don't have a choice to. They might not want to, but they have to cash in on. Let's make a move for him. You might have to change the famous purple and blue for the black and white. This is massive. This is massive. We've got around 120 odd million at the moment. We probably get more if we sell some players. But this could potentially be half of that budget gone. Ronald Koeman isn't going to let him go cheap. The Barcelona board are not going to let him go cheap. We're going to go in with a very tidy first offer of £50 million. Don't want them to walk out on me. 50 million. Sanchez and 23. Can't do that. You guys know I can't do that. Remove the exchange player again. This is tough. £52.5 million. Come on, Barca. Boom. Deal done. Hey, you know what, guys? £52.5 million is a lot of money for a young player. It's over what he's worth right now, but we are paying for potential. I guarantee you, in a season or 2, you're going to look back at this deal and say, do you know what, fair enough. You paid what you paid, but look what he's achieved at Newcastle. He's going to be a very important player for us at the football club. I think he's going to end up being our highest paid player as well at the football club. A 4-year deal has been agreed already. You can see that now. I'm going to accept what we've done so far. Now it's wages. I'll offer him a little bump on what he's on now. Not massively. And I will give him a decent signing bonus as well. And then we'll add another goal bonus. If you can get 15 goals, we're going to give him another handsome sum. It's a big deal for a big player in a big future at Newcastle. Welcome our new superstar. Trincao is a magpie. Okay, guys, this is our new look 11. St. Maximin on the left. Armstrong up front. Trincao on the right. Parr in the number 10. Renato Sanchez and Gravenberch in midfield. Lewis, left back. Gvardiol, left centre-back. Right centre-back. Emre Can, Lamptey at right back. And Strakosha in goal. Our bench as well. Ivan Toney, Almiron, Longstaff, Willock, Phillips, Lascelles and Woodman. A decent reserves as well. You can see we've got Bastoni, Dummets. We'll come back to that. Tuanzebe, Longstaff, Berté, Dirasoba, Brooks may be off, and João Pedro. Now, the only 2 players that could change is Brooks could be off, and we may replace him, although I might just keep him. And Dummett, he could actually be off now, because I've looked into that guy that you guys have suggested. Sorry, I can't quite remember who it was and what comment, but it was a brilliant comment, because I have never actually heard of this guy. I'm not going to lie to you. I've got to do my research, but I'm going to remove Rafinha. This guy, Pervin Estupiñán. Oh, God. Pervis Estupiñán. Let's go for it. Let's just call him Pervis. Pervis. We're playing Champions League football. We're going to need fit and firing wingbacks. Tuanzebe and Lamptey. Boom. Lewis and Dummett doesn't quite hit me. Doesn't hit me with that same excitement. I think Dummett will be let go. The final transfer move I think we're going to do this summer, unless something special pops up. Let me just say that as a, you know. We're going to make a move for this guy. I think it'd be a clever deal. Here we go, Unai Emery. Get your out of here, bro. Ex-Arsenal manager. Ooh. Nah, fair play. Unai, he's got his own style. He was not the right fit for Arsenal. Let's just say that. It wasn't. First season, decent. Second season, it just went to bits, didn't it? Anyway, Newcastle. Focus, Newcastle. This guy, worth a lot of money. Worth a lot of money. Right, who do we still have left around that we don't actually want at the club? I don't think they're going to go for Dummett, so that's a waste of time. Lejeune, that deal did collapse. Let's offer him. And let's offer 23 million. 23 million and Lejeune. 40 million and Lejeune. Unai. No, my brother. 29.5. Lejeune. And a selling clause of 6%. Still a massive fee you're getting there. But we've got the cash. We just want to improve Newcastle. My God, they're valuing him that high. Wow, I'm not going to 40. I'll happily go up a bit. 34.5. And that's the highest I'm going to go, I think, guys. Unai's happy with that. He got a good deal out of me there. Fair play, Unai. Got a good deal out of me. Okay, guys, what could be our final transfer of this summer? Maybe even this season, January, we might not even need to make any new signings. But there is potential. Just in case someone comes in with a big deal for somebody, doesn't mean we're going to sell and buy. We might do, but it doesn't mean we will. So, 5 years on the contract for Pervis Estupiñán. Oh, I hope I'm saying that half right. We're going to accept that, guys. And just to get his contract done, he's worth a lot of money. His value is high. His wages aren't as high. I'm going to offer him 40 grand a week. 600k to come and sign here at the football club. There we go. Happy, happy, happy. Welcome to Newcastle. Okay, guys, that will wrap up today's episode. Our final signing has arrived. But there is still potential for other moves. Ivan Toney at the moment isn't happy with his position at the club. So if he forces a move, he forces a move. And we may have to go in there. Almiron, 50-50 on letting him go. Other than that, I'm quite happy. You can see the bench has changed a bit. Estupiñán in there. Phillips moves in as a midfield backup, meaning that Longstaff is on the reserves. Let me know what you think about that. Should he be sold or kept, and watch his development? We've obviously got other players around. Berté may be out on loan. And Muto, Watts, and Sangari, and Vilkai all up for sale. Hopefully they can get moves away. I've got a feeling there's still another twist in this for us. I've got a feeling there's a few more transfers to be done. But I can't guarantee it. What a transfer window. And do you know what? We've still got lots of time. Lots of time. A good few weeks before we start Season 2. And just to make you aware, Brentford are in the Premier League. Nottingham Forest, our previous career mode. Oh, God, we've got to go against them. That's going to be a bit of a heartbreaker in the Premier League as well. They have returned to the big stage. And finally, let's just flick through who else has joined us here in the Premier League. It is Watford. Okay, it's interesting. Because Norwich missed out, and look how dominant they've been in real life. They have missed out on their promotion, but 3 good teams have come up. Guys, in the next episode, maybe more transfers, and definitely the start of the Premier League season. Thanks for watching. Cannot wait to get going in Season 2. I hope you join me on the ride. Until next time, guys. Peace.